For Alabama's official numbers,
Yes.
CNN at this point predicting that Ms. Clinton won here in the state. No surprise, I would imagine, on your part about that.
Well, no surprise at all. Hillary Clinton has deep roots here within the Democratic Party here in Alabama. And we knew that the friendships that she's built up over the years and the support that she has would carry her through. And yes, it's just a projection now, but we don't see that gap closing. From what we can tell by our exit polling, she's far ahead and she will continue to do so through the rest of the night. So we're excited about the victory for her tonight.
Talk a little bit, if you will, your office sent out a news release today saying there have been lots of calls about you being tapped to run alongside her. Obviously still very early in this process. Can you respond to that? Is that something that you would consider if she asked you to?
Listen, I have the world's greatest job in the world, and that's being the mayor of this great city, and I don't talk about speculations and things of that nature. I'm committed to making Birmingham grow and prosper.
And I know that, earlier on in her campaign, there, like you mentioned, there was this demise that was coming over the Clinton campaign. What do you make of her resurgence?
Well, I think once people got past all the rhetoric that was going on, they saw the true quality of her leadership and her ability to understand not just domestic problems, but international problems, and talk about solutions, practical solutions, not pie-in-the-sky solutions, and not try to separate or divide anyone. And I want to compliment the Sanders campaign. On the Republican side, you have people tearing at each other, really getting ugly and nasty, but Secretary Clinton and Senator Sanders have been above the fray, talking about the issues. Whether you agree with one or the other's leadership, at least they carried themselves out in a dignified manner.
Talk about that, if you will, because a lot of folks are already looking to November saying that it's going to be a Trump-Clinton race. In a state that is heavily Republican, what do you think it will take to get the message and the word out about Mrs. Clinton in that race so that she can get the victory?
Well, when you narrow it down to the two parties and the candidates from those two parties, you can't hide behind the rhetoric. You have to come out and speak to the issues. And I think both sides will be focused on issues. And I don't think Mr. Trump or any of the other Republican candidates can stand up to Mrs. Clinton and her knowledge and skills as it relates to the issues.
Talk about your role on her leadership council. What are you doing in that particular role, and what does that involve?
Well, we stay in touch with other leadership council members across the country. We look at what strategies work. We look at how we can maximize the turnout in an area and then address the issues that come up from time to time as surrogates. So I'm just happy that I was tapped to be one of those council members and support her all the way.
And you talk about turnout. We did a story just yesterday about how Alabama tends to have one of the lowest amounts of voter turnout. What do you say? What are you saying to voters to get them out there to vote?
Well, we talk about this over and over again. It is a right for each of us to get out there and vote. It's part of our civic responsibility. And that's all I can tell people. You have a right to vote, and you should exercise that right to vote each and every time, because you can't sit back and complain if you have not participated in the process.
Anything else that you would care to add tonight?
No, it's just a great day, and I'm a great father with my son, Judge Tony Bell. So thank you all.
Thank you.
Thank
If I
you.
can get a picture of you with a little
Yeah.
real quick.